Oh, that'll be cool. Does he have the box already?
I hope so. All right. Welcome, everyone, to What's in the Comic Box this week. I am joined today by the illustrious Damien Sleepy Reader 666. Welcome, Damien.
So illustrious. Glad to be here, Roger. Glad to see you back in the Metacave for good.
Oh, thank you so much, man. It feels so great to be back home. A lot of work to do around the house. It's haven't been here full time for a year, so
right.
There's a lot of pressure washing. I got trees I got to chop down in the backyard. I've got tons of chores, but that's okay.
Well, it sounds very manly, though.
Yes, yeah, very manly.
Very manly.
I'll have to put on my manly man attire when I go out there. But
you need a T-shirt with lots of abs or something.
Yeah, that's it. Because I don't have them anymore. So. But it's great to be here with you. How's the weather there or where you're at?
It was raining, but we're going to have a week of sunny weather, which is a shock. Wow. If the weather holds the way it's supposed to be.
Well,
when I was in Connecticut, it was all rain the whole time, just like Portland. I was hoping for
that's right. I saw the episode where Higgy said he met up with you and Quacking Duck and your wife. And,
yes, they got to see the hawk's nest. Which every time I visit, I discover new stuff.
That's an incredible place
so much down there, isn't it? Crammed in there in clever ways too. It's all well designed.
Yeah,
they keep discovering new stuff. My daughter loved the bat phone. She was talking to her cat on the bat phone.
Oh, how funny!
You might have heard Higgy joke about a cat being on the phone.
Yes, I did. Yes, yeah. I mean, I can imagine that she will had a great time with Higgy. They're big fans of each other. So
yes. She is a huge. No offense to everyone else, he's the only YouTuber she'll watch at this point.
No offense taken. I can't blame her one bit, because if there's one YouTuber to watch, that is Higgy, right? So
and we went to an incredible sort of just purely back issue store called Comics and Coffee. Which had just had a sale and the comics were still on sale.
Ooh.
So we both bought quite a few. I had to hold back actually because I didn't want to have too many comics in my suitcase.
You're going to show those today?
I could. Yeah.
Okay.
Where are they?
I'd love to see what you picked up.
Yeah.
I'd love to see what you picked up.
All right. I hope to actually do them in my own video too, but I can show them here.
Okay. All right. You can do a sneak preview here, Okay, let's see who's in the chat
and then
here.
The regular people can see it on my
That's right. You have your regular fans over there. In tailgating today was Las Cruces, our buddy from New Mexico. Welcome. Scotty is there. He says it's going to be freezing tonight over where he lives in very southern North Carolina. Hey, Jeffrey, Comic Curator 68. He's over in West Central Florida, so probably okay. Let's see. 4-color commentary. My buddy Mark from Oklahoma. Look at the cool comic fans, he says. I can put that up on here, can't I? I always forget about that. There we go.
It's hard to keep track of everything when you're doing these.
And
shows.
Speaking of the Higster, there he is. Higgy Pop Comics.
Oh,
yeah. What we're privileged. We've both been in the Hawk's Nest. We know how awesome that place is. So
soon he'll have to sell tickets for people to come see.
Yeah, I tell you, you should charge admission to that place, But the only thing is you got to keep an eye on him, because you never know, you can want to take something off the wall,
That's true. It would be dangerous.
And here's my cousin, Hero in Red Tights. He says he'll be joining us a little later.
That will be cool.
Great to see you here, Rich. Pope Cerebus the First. Hey, it's been a while. Welcome. Great to see you here. And see what Higgy's saying. It's a huge quacking duck. Dan
means he's a huge Quacking Duck fan.
Yeah, that's what I figured.
I don't think there's such a thing as a Dan, but maybe.
Yeah, man, unless it's a karate belt, that's Quacking Duck gets. Lots of celebrity birthdays today. Oh, that's good to know. Thank you both for the nice words. Hey, thank you for allowing us to be over there with you. That was an experience to say the least. All right, now I think we've gotten through the chat for now. So I'm going to start off today, Amy, because I'll tell you why. Because as you see, Greyman is not here. He's not going to be here. He's taking care of his wife. She had a little procedure, but she's fine. But after I got back to the Metacave, I've been trying to organize to do a room tour, maybe in about a few days.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, and let me tell you, if you think the work outside is ominous, the work inside is just as bad. Because Christmas decorations have to come down. We're cleaning the whole bit, right? And the Metacave was dusty, and I had to vacuum. I had to take everything out, and you know how it goes, right? But I figured, hey, let's start at the beginning, right? So I'm going to show my Amazing Spider-Man run. I do have some earlier ones in the teens and 40s and so forth, but my main collection starts at 101. Okay, so I'm going to start there. My 101 is actually the second print, which is with my second print, so I'm not going to show that one. But let's get going with 102. What was that?
I did not know they did second prints back then.
It's from the 90s, I do believe.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, it's one of those silver covers, that came out in the 90s. I did have a 101 previously, but I traded it away probably 2 decades ago. So, hey, Ian and Becca. Hey, welcome. Great to see you here.
Maybe next time I'm connected, I'll meet them.
So let's start with 102. Gil Kane on the Insane in the Membrane.
Yep. Nice,
really cool storyline.
Window cover.
Yep. Cool storyline in which Spider-Man takes this serum to try to erase his powers, and he actually augments them. Figure that
with the extra arms, right?
Yeah, with the 4 extra arms, right? So now was an actual Spider-Man,
an actual arachnid.
Well, yeah, he had the 8 at least. So that was 102. Here's 103. Definitely Gil Kane. Look at that nose.
Yes.
I mean, come on.
And even just the turn of the arm and stuff is very Gil Kane.
Yeah, good point. Good point. Also, the reticulation here of the jaw and the scales, the way he draws those are my tells.
You're right. He often draws monsters with that kind of detail.
And here's 104 with Kraven the Hunter.
Kraven. The final hunt. Uh-oh, that must be the last issue.
Uh-oh. No. Yeah, they're very overly dramatic back in the Bronze Age. Everything was, death. How many times have you seen death covers? It's like every other cover. All right, 105 with the Spider Slayer.
I always thought that was one of the sillier things, but
yeah, very silly. and there's so many iterations of it, including with J. Jonah Jameson controlling them and so forth. I mean, just
the one that even had J. Jonah Jameson's face on it.
Yeah, I remember that one. Yeah. And here is 106. Squash goes the spider.
Excuse me.
Revealed the face of Peter Parker. Revealed to whom? That's the question.
Yes.
And looks like the Spider Slayer is still around here. Trapped by the tentacles of death.
Wow.
In this great landmark issue, you'll thrill to Spidey's greatest triumph, though it doesn't look like it right now.
No.
Oh, boy. All right. And here we have, I remember this one. I picked this one up back when I was in elementary school. 108.
I had that particular issue when I was young, too.
Ah. There must be a trend there.
I didn't have those other issues, but I had that one.
All right. Let's go to 109. By the way, I have no gaps in my Spider-Man collection from 102 through 400.
That's pretty amazing.
Well, it is. It's Amazing Spider-Man.
Right. Enter Doctor Strange.
Doctor Strange.
I think that Stan Lee was an actor, did a lot of acting in high school and stuff. And so you got to get a lot of stuff that's like stage directions, like Enter.
I did not know that. And yes, I'm part of the Gibbon gang. Here we are, 110. Birth of the Gibbon. I think that Reggie
one of his more memorable villains.
Yeah, I mean, it looks like you know, a big ape, but it's really a guy, right? And here's the second part, number 111.
And now Craven the Hunter.
Excuse me a second. I'll take some water. And here we have 112 with a big allegorical Spider-Man saying, "Go on, world, hurt each other, kill each other, do anything you want. I just don't care anymore."
Wow.
Spidey cops out. Now, that doesn't sound like the Spidey that I know. That just does not sound like it. All right, let's get a few more here. All right. Really like this cover. It's the newspaper overlay on his mask.
Oh yeah. No. Oh, that's still John Romita there.
Still Romita, looks like to me. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, and you see it's like a little pin, like you pin up an article or something. So
I feel like there was a similar cover by his son at some point.
Well, we might be seeing it.
I might be wrong, but.
And here we have 114. I believe this is the first Hammerhead.
Ah.
And it says, "The city's blown wide open by a gang war, and the man in the middle is me."
I have a weakness for villains who can smash things with their heads. That's for some reason I like that.
So you like the Rhino, the
Rhino and Hammerhead, yeah. Just Juggernaut's kind of in that realm.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, sure. Yeah, that's a good one. You know, I got to think about some more villains like that.
There's probably a few others.
I'm sure there are. Here is 115. Aunt May holding a gun to Spider-Man. Aunt May, assassin? And what is she saying? "Stay back, Spider-Man. I warn you. If you take one more step towards that poor man, I'm going to fire." That poor man?
Poor man. Poor Dr. Octavius.
Well, you know, later on we're going to see that they do have a relationship.
I know. That was kind of a fun twist.
That was a fun twist. You know, it's a very soap opera-ish in this time period.
Right, but it definitely worked for me when I was a kid. It was like,
me too.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Here's
116. Suddenly the Smasher.
Right. And I remember he was working for someone else, some crime lord or something.
Yeah, that's right. And look what Spider-Man's thinking. Can't hold on to that scaffold any longer. But if I let go, those two painters are done for. Can't hold on any longer. What's interesting here, Damien, is that they forgot to color in the reflective parts in his eyes, so you can actually see his eyes through his mask there.
Oh, that's weird.
Yeah, there are errors like that throughout the run, where like their costume is a little funky and all that.
Right.
And I think this is the guy you're talking about here, the Disruptor. He was working for the Disruptor.
He was working for the Disruptor, right?
Yeah. And here we have, "Thanks to me, the candidate is a dead man, and Spider-Man is next."
I guess, I mean, this was after the Kennedy assassinations, but maybe that kind of stuff was still on people's mind.
Yeah, this would be in the early 70s, 72,
Right.
73, somewhere in there.
Yeah.
And here we have I think the conclusion of that one is 118.
I had that issue as a kid. That cover definitely jumps out at me. It might have, I subscribed to Spider-Man. It might have been right around that time my subscription started. I'm not sure.
Ah, wow. That was good choice. A good time, because then 121, 122 is coming, which I know you do because you found it in that box up in your attic or something.
Yes.
Yeah. 119, the battle against the Hulk.
Very nice cover.
Yeah, really good 2-issue story here, you know, where you can see Spidey is overpowered, but doesn't give up, you know. And 120. I remember getting this one also when I was in elementary school. Not off the rack, but, you know, from trades or gambling, you know. Yeah. So. Yeah,
and some of these that I had, maybe it was before I had the subscription. Maybe because there were a few places I would find back issues, like at these vegetable farm stand.
Ooh.
Would have back issues.
Vegetable farm stand, interesting.
They just had a box off to the side.
Hello, buddy. Welcome. What is Rich saying here? That Craven movie was a tough watch. Okay, I guess you went to see it with
I
the
don't think I'm
family.
going to go see it.
Oh, probably it'll be on streaming service here pretty soon. Hey, Kenneth, welcome. All right, so let's get to a couple big ones here. 121.
Ooh, nice.
This one I found for like $10, but it is rough. I had to totally reconstruct the cover because it was so folded. You can see here how it was folded there, and it was folded this way here. But you know, for $10 or whatever, it's complete and all that. So.
Yeah. Iconic, super iconic.
Iconic, super iconic. And here is 122. The
also
next
super
one.
Iconic.
Yeah, very, very, very much so. Again, kind of a low grade one, but this one, if you can see the star stamp, is a Mark Jewelers insert.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah. So again, very rough spine, but complete. I've cleaned and pressed this like 3 times to get it to look decent. So
hey, you have them, and that's all that really matters.
That's all that matters. And I got them, you know, very cheap. As if you know me, I get everything I get cheap. Hey, Daniel, welcome, buddy.
I figured that out.
Yeah, right. I mean, you've seen me throughout the years, right? Yeah. And here is 123.
This is such a great string of covers during this era. I love that cover too.
Yeah, Romita. I mean, this perspective here with the building, and him falling down here, and we have the police down here. I think it is. Or
how could you not buy that comic off the rack?
You got it. You got it. This was right before I started buying Spider-Man. I mean, you know, of my own volition.
Right.
Some of them were given to me, etc. All right, this one I do remember buying off the rack. 124.
Man-Wolf.
Man-Wolf, yeah. And what I really liked about it is that Jonah Jameson, you know, he's always like railing against Spider-Man for doing all these things, and then his own son turns out to be he not purposefully villainous, but his alter ego. Yeah.
Right. Yeah, his son was a heroic person.
Yeah, he was an astronaut. It was a hero. Yeah. But that moonstone he picked up, no bueno. And here's 125. The Man-Wolf strikes again. I like what he says here. No, I won't let you die. Not like Gwen. Not like Gwen. So he's still recovering.
Wow. Yeah.
You know,
it lasted a long time, his sorrow over Gwen.
He did. It did.
They didn't just pretend it didn't happen later.
Quite a bit until he started, you know, relationship with MJ. Really, he kept lamenting that decision to. Well, but really, what choice did he have? He would have died from a fall or from the broken neck. Here's a Aussie hero villain, I guess, the Kangaroo.
Right, and the ultimate embarrassing villain, I would say. No, well, maybe the Tarantula. I can't decide.
Yeah,
because the Tarantula makes no sense. How does he walk?
Very carefully, Damien.
Maybe he's friends with Razor Fist from.
Yeah, that's another one. You know, how does he, you know, go to the bathroom,
pick up his coffee in the morning?
Yeah, whatever. Yeah, 127. And here we have MJ, and this I think this is when he starts, to sort of try to recover. You know,
was she dating Harry at one point?
She does. I think she did, but way before this, I think.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And then we have, you know, the Vulture there. You can see, and here is also 128 with the Vulture, Shadow of the Vulture.
Excellent cover. Love that one.
Romita, I tell you, to me, man, he was just so good.
He really was.
I mean, I've never seen a bad panel from Romita. Let's put it that way. And I can't say that about too many more artists.
True.
Here's 130 with the infamous Spidey-mobile. I mean, really, what does Spider-Man have?
Buy the toy. I've never heard anyone on YouTube say, "I've got the Spidey-mobile."
Yeah. Listen, I tell you, I lived in New York almost for a year. There's no sense in you can't move.
Right.
traffic.
No one wants a car in New York City.
No, I mean you can't move over there in Manhattan, but you know you can swing through the buildings. That makes sense because the buildings are everywhere. Well, not at Central Park, but otherwise, yeah, everywhere.
Yeah.
Let's see. Oh, I guess I missed 129. Silly me. Here it is.
The really big one.
The really big one. This was gifted to me by Matt, the boy who had 7.
Sweet.
About 4 years ago, I want to say. It was missing in my run for obvious reasons. And it's got a big crease down the middle, but no problem.
Maybe it's my old subscription copy.
You know, did you write Damien? Is that was that your name? No, just kidding. There's no Damien.
I don't think I wrote my name on comics, but
You didn't. Okay.
You don't strike me like that. I'm pretty sure that's one of the comics I sold when I was 16.
Oh. Do you have it now? Do you have it back?
No, I've never got that particular one back. No.
All right. Good to know. All right. I'll show a few more, then I'll go on to you. Here's 131, where we were talking about the relationship.
Yes, the culmination of their love.
Mm-hmm. I love this. I love this cover, Damien. It says, "No, this wedding will not take place." And look what the preacher says here: "With this ring, Ivy Webb."
That's hilarious.
That is hilarious. That's
a Gil Kane. That's a Gil Kane cover.
That's Gil Kane, no doubt about it. And 132, Molten Man.
That's a scary villain to me. One touch,
and he touches you, you're melted. Well, not melted, you're burnt. You know.
Right.
And here is 133. Not the best looking copy, as you can see. It's got some issues here. You know.
Yeah.
So this is definitely my childhood coffee, no doubt about it.
Nice.
And speaking of that villain that you love, the tarantula.
The tarantula, yes.
Yeah, with those pointy toes. If
you're gonna invent yourself a villain, a weapon, put it on your shoes. Where else?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, if he kicks you, you're in trouble. But otherwise, you know. And here's 135. And again, the return of the Punisher.
Yeah, that's a cool cover too.
Yeah, absolutely. And I'll end with this one, 136. The return of the Green Goblin, but this time it's Harry.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. Yeah. All right, Damien. Take it away, my friend.
Okay, well, let's start. Higgy Pop gave my daughter, but I'm going to read it too. Superman Smashes the Klan.
Wow.
Which is a 3-volume sort of kids size graphic novel. It looks really good though. And I'm a big Superman fan, as is Higgy Pop.
Mm-hmm. Hey, Brian, welcome, buddy. Good to see you here.
So that was really nice of him. And then, like I said, we went to the Comics and Coffee. And
hey, Matt.
I tried to be discerning in what I picked up. This is now the earliest issue of Lois Lane that I have, number 12.
Wow.
I think I have about 2/3 of the Lois Lane run. It's one that I chase after.
Wow. 2/3.
But only when the price is right.
Right. Well, a lot of them are actually reasonably priced, but when you get that low, I doubt that you got that super cheap.
And then as we were digging through comics, I said to Higgy, do you think this is Jim Aparo? We were talking about Jim Aparo a lot anyway, with this sort of JA there, but I couldn't tell if it was Jim Aparo artwork.
I believe it is.
But it is. It turned out to be.
Oh, it turned out it is. Okay.
And then the very next issue, Jim Aparo got his more classic signature there.
Right there, yeah.
So that's the next issue. So that was issue 36 of Charlton's Phantom, and this is 37. So I was excited to find these.
Oh, yeah.
Ironically, when we first walked in the store, I was saying, the Phantom's kind of a boring superhero. Like, why are they so obsessed with him in Europe? But maybe when I read these issues, I'll change my tune. And you might have heard Higgy talk about how Jim Aparo's daughter works at a dry cleaning store in the area.
Yes, I have heard.
Next time I visit, I'm just gonna go in there and talk to her.
I think he's trying to work up the nerve
I
to
know.
go
Well,
over
it's
there.
how do you do it without just being
Yeah.
totally weird?
Excuse me, Ms. Aparo. I'm a big fan of your dad's.
Right. And what if you go in there and start talking to them and it's not Ms.
Yeah.
Zapara?
Yeah.
Ms.
Yeah.
Zapara. And I love the Spectre. I didn't know he had an issue of the Secret Origins, so I grabbed that. I haven't looked inside to see who drew it. And I can't tell who drew the cover.
Congrats.
I'll have to look inside this. And of course, whenever I find a Neil Adams cover, I am very tempted. And luckily, this was affordable. It's not Neil Adams on the inside. I forget who it is. But anyway, it's a great cover. And also, any team up between Batman and Adam Strange, I'm going to enjoy that.
I was going to say the exact same thing. Hey, Darren, welcome, buddy. Good to see you here.
And this probably needs a little pressing because it's got a warp here, but this is a nice early Justice League of America number 60, and I just love that cover. With most of the Justice League, or all of the Justice League being turned into insects, I guess.
Insects, yeah.
Maybe Batgirl will save them. Winged Warriors of the Immortal Queen. I don't know if she showed up other times. I don't recognize her, but
maybe once or twice, yeah, but not too many. Yes,
and
the Charlton. Don't you know Higgy Pop? He does it when he shows at Charlton. He does the dance. You know.
Yeah.
I think it's a Charleston, but anyway.
Right. Well, that's on another. That's on Earth 3, where it's the Charlton. Here's the Charlton. And I think Higgy pointed these comics out to me too. Chilling Adventures in Sorcery must be from the early 70s, 20 centers.
Yes, correct.
And from Red Circle, which that's Archie, right?
That's an Archie imprint. Edited by Gray Morrow.
Right, and the reason I picked it up is there's a ton of Gray Morrow art in here, and I'm a closet Gray Morrow fan.
You just came out of that closet now.
I tend to forget about him because he doesn't show up very often, and then when he does, I'm all excited.
I'm with you. I have the complete run of that, and also Madhouse, which is only 2 or 3 issues.
Does he have art in Madhouse?
Yes.
Okay.
But it was only those 2 or 3 issues where they went horror and then they went back to the teen humor.
The comedy. Yeah. I think I have the comedy ones. So I have
Jacob, welcome, buddy.
Issue 4, which instead of the Neo-Nomicon, it's the Demonicon there.
Yeah.
They also were going for a bit of a Marvel Comics group look there, I think.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that was on purpose. Correct. Yeah.
I think this might have been the one that Higgy pulled out, and I was like, oh my God, I have to have that because it's like Conan riding on a bird. And I opened it up, and it was just full of gorgeous artwork.
Agreed.
So that's number 5.
It's a very underrated little run.
Yeah, I'll have. Did you say how many issues it was, or do you know?
I think it was maybe 8 or 9 of that title, and 2 or 3 of the Madhouse.
Of the Madhouse, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
And that was it. That was the whole. Unless you want to count Super Cops, which was not horror. It was an adaptation of a really obscure movie.
That was the whole Red Circle?
That was the whole Red Circle of that era, yeah.
Oh, and I guess this thing here is the Red Circle. It's a circular thing.
It's actually a circle that's red, yes.
And then just continuing to pick up whenever I find Bronze Age DC horror comics or mystery comics. A House of Secrets that I didn't already have.
Nice.
150th issue. Wow.
Yeah.
Now, if you had 150th issue, I mean, no one ever does anymore, but they would sell you a $9 copy or something.
Yeah, that's right.
And Old Folk a Home for Old Superheroes. That's kind of where we're all headed. We'll all hang out in our costumes and talk about comics.
Yep. I've already got my box picked out to take to the old folks' home.
So, and it looks like there's also a Legion of Superheroes story in there.
Yep.
Or maybe this is the Legion of Superheroes.
No, it's a different story.
Okay. Oh, you read it. Okay.
Yeah. And
then the other thing, again, with Higgy, because he's good at searching. he has a lot of talent for searching through those boxes.
He does. Yeah, he does. He finds incredible stuff at Harvey's and at Second Alarm and those shows as well.
So after I kind of tried to calm myself down, and this place actually does have a few tables, and I was drinking some coffee at their tables, Higgy kept digging, and he ended up with this giant pile of World's Finest. And then he decided not to buy most of them. So I took the stack from him and flipped through it, and I wanted to buy all of them, but I narrowed it down to 2. So I've got this World's Finest 109, one of those ones where Batman and Superman fight, and Batman has superpowers.
Cool.
He's been
Look
bewitched.
who's joining us here. NammaN, welcome, buddy.
Hey.
I'm almost done. And then
Awesome.
oh, both of these have Superman and Batman fighting.
Ooh.
And this one, they're some kind of gladiators in the far future.
I can't believe Higgy gave these up.
Oh, there were lots of good ones. I mean, it was hard not to buy them all. But Higgy's got to keep within a budget somewhat. He had the same day, I think he'd bought like $60 worth of statues.
Oh, okay.
Well, maybe it was the day before. Anyway, I was really happy with those. And finally, Death Rattle from Kitchen Sink, which has, I don't know if you're familiar with the artist Rand Holmes. He was an underground artist who drew a lot like Wally Wood.
Wally Wood.
So when I saw Rand Holmes was there, and then Basil Wolverton.
Yeah.
So I decided to pick up this Death Rattle.
Are those reprints or are those original stories?
The Wolverton might be a reprint. I think the rest is original.
Okay.
It's from the 80s, I think. Let's see.
Higgy says, I'm so poor I can't pay attention. What a wit.
But I mean, Higgy got lots of good comics, so he just had to limit himself just like I did.
Yeah.
That was
so anyway, that's the Rand Holmes artwork that I like. Let me see the Wolverton.
Pretty good.
The Wolverton I don't think Wolverton would still be alive in the 80s.
Yeah, I was going to say, was he alive back then? Or maybe I could have been
maybe it was an obscure Wolverton that they decided to read. Or all of Wolverton's obscure, though. So there's Robot Woman. So anyway,
it's like a reunion of old guys who like old comics here.
NammaN's young, but
yeah, I'm young.
Well, yeah, that's just the name of the show. It doesn't necessarily reflect on our current age.
Okay,
well,
sorry, go ahead.
I just got on because this remind me of our old days when Superman. We're supposed to do our Superman favorite covers.
Yeah,
right.
We never did it.
That's my fault. That's on me.
We never did it. We'll do it. We'll do it. We'll do it. We'll do it.
No, I did not know because
that.
I go, hey, I remember you guys. I remember doing video, you guys, and I go, oh wow, this is I need to join. And
just, it ain't in the dollar bin. It ain't coming home. Yeah, that's right. Good to see you here, Wiley.
I would say a lot of what I bought in Connecticut was more in the, I don't know, $4, $5, $6 range. But I thought they were good deals.
Reasonable. Hey, NammaN, how you doing, my friend?
Hey, yeah, I need to go get the box. You do yours.
You do me? Okay, all right.
Yeah.
Well, if you come on here, you're fair game as far as I'm concerned. But okay, I'll let it slide this time. All right. Don't let it happen again. All right.
Okay, I'll go get the books. All
right, here we go. More Spider-Man. More Spider-Man. Nothing big here. Just here's 137. Second part of that, Harry Osborn as Green Goblin. Definitely a childhood copy. Looks like I bought it at a garage sale or something for 40 cents. This one I bought off the stand. I remember this one though. 138, the Mind Worm.
That's an unattractive cover.
Yeah, look at that. Yeah.
Wow.
That kind of that kind of reminds me of like what was that movie where those guys had the buck teeth? Oh, my memory's terrible. Here is 139, the Grizzly. Just some guy that J. Jonah Jameson paid to get rid of Spider-Man, I think.
Yeah, I've completely forgotten that issue.
I bet you a lot of people have, Damien.
I probably got it as a kid, but I don't remember.
Not that memorable a villain. Yeah. Here is 140 with there's the Grizzly, which he just tears apart, and the Jackal is also involved in here. I think this is where he clones him, I do believe.
Is that the Jackal was fairly new? I wonder if one of these issues is the first appearance of the Jackal.
129 was the first Jackal. He's the one who hired the Punisher to off Spider-Man.
Oh, right. That's where the Jackal first shows up. Yeah, I forgot about that.
141.
Mysterio. I love Mysterio.
I'm with you. Yeah. From now on, I think most of these I bought off the rack. And 142. Definitely a childhood copy. Look at the spine there. Mm-hmm. No doubt about it. And here we have Cyclone.
And all of these will have interiors by Ross Andru now.
Ross Andru, correct. After 130, I think it's 130 something. I think 129 is Ross Andru as well, I think. Could be wrong about that. But yeah, this one he goes to France, I think, and runs into this guy. And here we have the famous leg cover, 144. As we all know by now, that was a clone of Gwen Stacy. And here's a villain I liked, the Scorpion.
Cool.
Because he stings like a scorpion.
That is such a Gil Kane pose there.
Yeah, right?
I don't think any other artist would do that.
Yep. No doubt about it. And, the Scorpion, he's a creep. Look, threatening an old lady in the hospital. Look at this. Scorpion, you can't, can I, Webhead? Just watch me 1 second more and the old lady dies. That's low.
Brutal.
That is very low. No honor amongst thieves there. And, of course, Damien's favorite villain is back, the Tarantula.
In the exact same pose as in the last cover, I think.
I always confuse this one with that cover because he's sort of jumping in at him at the same way.
I forget.
The other one, he's on a wall.
Someone pointed out that they literally repeat the Tarantula's covers over and over again.
What can you do? I mean, that's his only way of attacking.
You can't show him walking, that's for sure.
Yeah. He'll be just tripping over every crack. And here's 148. And they throw him off looks like the Brooklyn Bridge there, all chained up. I forgot to take the price sticker off of this one. 149. Famous clone versus Spidey issue. I like how they subtly put the darker tone on this one so you can tell them that they're two different.
Oh, right. That's
not
smart.
Like some kind of reflection or anything. Yeah.
Mm.
And 150.
Yeah.
And this is where he's like waiting for the tests come back to see if he's he or if he's the clone. But then he figures out that because his memory is after when he was cloned, so he couldn't beat him because he remembers things after he actually got the sample.
Yeah.
And here's a really good kind of homage to that Steve Ditko cover a little bit. 151.
Oh yeah, same pose.
Yeah, but the waters and there's no pipes, but
right. But the pose of Spider-Man himself.
Similar, yeah. And here we have the Shaka. 152. Yeah, I'm with you on that, Jeffrey. I love that one because it has so much going on. There's so much intrigue there, right? And here's a very underrated story, I think. I always try to tell people, hey, listen, don't buy Spider-Man for this or that, because there are some really good stories in here. And this is one of them, 153.
Was that
what's
Darth Vader in the background?
Excuse me?
I heard a heavy breathing sound. I thought it was Darth Vader.
No,
in the
that's I have a gun that goes off here. It's a toy gun that goes off on its own for whatever reason. This one here is really good because there's not a big villain per se, but this organization kidnaps this guy's daughter, and he's I think a scientist or something, and he tries to get her back, and he was an ex-football player. So he goes through this whole football field just dodging things to save her. And I'm not going to spoil it, but it's a really good story about, a father's love. Being a father like we are, we know what we will do for our children. And the sort of
it's probably more meaningful now than we were when we were 11 or 12 reading it.
That's correct. It is a standalone. Yes, that's correct. And 154, starring the Sandman is not starring, but against the Sandman. And one more, and then we'll go to NammaN, 155. This is an interesting little story, too, with not a main big villain, but kind of a clever twist to the story. Follow Spider-Man through a web of deception and death as he struggles to discover who done it.
When did you last read these? Because you seem to remember them pretty well.
Probably read this run maybe 4 or 5 years ago.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh wow. Okay.
That explains.
I haven't touched those books since I was a little kid, but now you make me want to go back and read them again.
Yeah, me too.
Of course,
that's why we're here, man, to enjoy our the nostalgia of our childhood, right?
I think I did this before, but I'm going to just play my my condition to just F with it. I am organizing my books. I think I'm going to do it. I think I got everything else but Superman in here. So I'm no Superman. I'm not doing the Superman. But I don't know why this is in here. First issue special. I know why this is in there. I have all 12 of these. Is it 12 or 13?
I think 13 is right. I think.
Yeah, 13.
Yeah. I have them, all of them, and that goes into my special collection. And if I have double of it, it will end up in my regular collection.
Ah.
So
yeah, you sent me the Warlord of that from that, I think.
Yeah.
That was a great.
Hola, Paulo. Oh, by the way, Happy New Year to everybody. This is the first show of the year. Happy and blessed New Year. Hopefully, we'll have a great year of comic camaraderie this year.
So it's as you can tell, I'm starting with the numbers when I'm doing alphabetical order comic books.
Right. Although let me just tell you something. That's actually a DC special series, I do believe.
Oh no! I'm gonna have to kick this guy out because he's from OU.
Hey, cuz, how you doing, Rich?
I'm sorry.
Hey, NammaN, I subscribed to your channel and it will get a double thumbs up. But that creepy Oklahoma State couch you have over there gives me the creeps. I'm going to tell you that right
now. He's a big Oklahoma fan, not Oklahoma State fan. So.
Love your content, buddy.
Yeah, we are arch enemies. We're like on each other's throat right now. We have to eat.
Well, it's so bad that we had to go to another conference.
Oh, yeah, we kicked him out of our conference. We kicked OU out of our conference.
All right, you two find a room and duke it out later, okay?
Okay. All right. Nice to meet you, Hero in Red Tights.
Likewise, NammaN. Good to see that your health is improving.
Yeah, thanks.
God bless.
Nice to meet you, Hero.
We need to really duke it out. We need to duke it out.
Yeah, Richard and I were the lone comic collectors in our family.
Okay,
so we go back way back.
Not before dinner, please.
No, NammaN, I'll tell you, he's relentless, Rich. I stayed a week with this guy. Trust me.
I think I might have acid reflux right now.
Love it, love it, love it.
Are you collecting that run of Adventure Comics there?
Aquaman?
Yeah.
I just have Aquaman. Am I the one who's lagging, or am I the one lagging?
A little bit. Yeah.
Yeah, on my end, you
Am
have
I
a bit of a
lagging
lag.
still?
Yeah. Just a little bit.
Yeah.
No,
I
no
think
big deal.
Yeah.
Well, that's a nice Aquaman cover.
Hey. Yeah, it's nice
should
Aquaman
be-
cover, right?
You
Oh,
should
that
be
is
used to
nice.
the lagging. Oklahoma State's behind it for a while.
No, yeah.
Are they sooner
I'm not
or
happy
later?
with
That's
the.
the question.
Yeah.
Wow,
Mm.
beautiful cover.
What's this? What is this? What's the difference? What's this? These two superstar.
That's a whole nother series.
Yeah, what I do
Those
is when
reprints?
when I click Aquaman, it goes with Aquaman.
Yeah, you use the Greyman method.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter if he's in Marvel Premiere or whatever. If it's on the title, that goes in the same box.
Yeah.
I can't think like that. I have to keep the titles together.
Beowulf.
Beowulf, nice.
Beowulf. Yeah. Beowulf.
Yeah, very nice.
You know,
Look.
I've noticed lately a lot of covers where people are inside the mouth of a monster.
That was a trope, a big trope in the 70s and 80s.
Right.
Yep.
And it's like once you're inside its mouth, I think your chances are pretty low.
Yeah. There's one where Black Panther is inside the mouth of a Tyrannosaurus Rex.
Yeah.
No
Goodbye.
chance, you know.
I love
I
that
think I picked
checkerboard
this up
on top.
from in Seattle. That I didn't get to go to a show this year. That at Seattle. Forgot.
Oh, you went with Otaku last year, right?
Yeah. I went with the Otaku last year. This is from my original
Yeah,
collection.
you know which one I'm talking about, Jeffrey. Yep. Fantastic cover. Rich, have you ever? I forget. Have you ever grown a mustache?
Not by itself, no.
No, with a beard.
Yeah.
Who's that by, guys? Who's that by?
Rich Buckler.
I think it's Neil Adams. I think Neil Adams actually worked with someone else. So.
Oh, okay. I've got that wrong.
Doesn't
then.
look
Oh,
Adamsish to me. But
Wife
But
won't
I'm
let
not
me
an
shave it
expert.
off now.
It might be Adams and Mike Nasser. I know he worked on the Challengers for a while.
Let me see.
that's a possibility. You know, sometimes like if Adams inked it, that penciler can really overshadow him. So
I didn't click this particular issue, but I knew Neil Adams did it. That's why I kept it.
okay.
Yeah, but now I don't know if my memory is serving me right or not.
Well, somebody will look it up and confirm it. If Jackson Roykirk was here, he'd confirm.
I mean,
it.
look at this kind of stuff, right? I mean,
But
Yeah.
Damien, I think, is right. And when Nasser kind of like aped Adams a little bit.
Right. I think he
As I
worked in
recall.
Adams' studio too.
yeah,
Yeah.
Are there credits at the beginning of the issue?
I cannot see it. Oh, where's the?
I do have those issues, but they're kind of buried. So I'm reorganizing Rich the meta cave. So it's like chaotic in here.
Yeah, stick to comics instead of leave the chainsaw to your brother-in-law or something like that.
No, I'm going to have to work on that.
I'm sorry.
too, on the backyard, but-
I'll just go on because show must go on, and I cannot be
Oh,
paused by.
is this a circus now? I mean, the show must go on.
Show must go
Yeah. Show must go on. What can I do?
I don't have a theme yet for the January shelf. I'm not sure if I'm going to do that for a while yet. We'll see. I'm just trying to get
lagging anyway.
the place
So.
back in order, and then we'll see what we can do.
Mike's
Oh, wow. Yeah, more
Amazing
challenging
World
than I
says
expected.
that cover was by Mike Netzer. and Neil.
Oh,
Adams.
okay.
No,
Okay.
that's wrong. It has to be Nasser.
I think maybe he went by Netzer for a while, or maybe they have a.
Okay, yeah, maybe he did, but there, Jeffrey confirms.
Okay. Cool.
So Adams did the inks.
Right. But
But
the second one, the inks were by Joseph Rubinstein.
Mm.
I have a number one in a slab I made, so it's not here. But,
Yeah, I'm collecting that run too. I'm missing 2 or 3 of them. Yeah.
Black Lightning.
Yeah, that was a fun run. It felt like a Marvel comic at the time.
That's why people keep telling me. I haven't read it yet. I want to collect the whole thing before I read it.
I think
but that's what people keep telling me. That has
we
Marvel.
picked this up at the.
approach.
I think Roger, we picked this up together, right? At the.
Yep.
Collector's Order? Yeah.
At the dollar bin. Yep.
Yeah.
Do most of you all here on the stream finish a run before you read it, or you have a pattern?
I lately
What?
have started doing that. Like, I'll collect the whole run before I read it, but I do think that's irrational. With older comics, you might as well just enjoy what you've got because they're standalones anyway.
I hear you.
Yeah, a lot of these old ones are. That's what I like about these older ones because it's just standalone. You just read it and then go on. Right?
Yeah.
So it doesn't matter if because I couldn't pick up the next issue like you guys with the subscription. By the way, congratulations, Sleepy Damien. You won that.
Oh, he froze on us.
I recently won something.
What's the low in
from
Stillwater
Joe.
today?
What was that? What was that, Damien?
I won the grand
Yeah,
prize
you did,
from Joe.
and
It's going to be a bunch of slabs, so I don't know what to do with them. But
Oh boy.
no, you're gonna get that subscription one.
oh yeah, and his unopened subscription. I'm more excited
That's
about that.
that's what I'm really excited about. I would love to have one of those myself.
Yes,
Right.
yes.
I didn't care about those slabs. I say, oh man, I want that subscription, and I don't know if I want to take it out either.
Who did you win that from?
Joe,
Suddenly, I'm
Anachronic.
having a brain fart. Sorry,
Joe from Anachronics.
Metachronic.
Joe.
Anachronic.
Joe. He had a birthday giveaway, and it was a fundraiser for St. Jude's,
Right.
and I won the grand prize.
Wow.
Yeah.
I should have contacted him and say, hey, you wanna? I'll trade you those slabs. Don't send me the slabs. Send me 2 of those subscription copies.
Right. Cool. Let me tell you, those are gems. I mean, you're talking about time capsules. I mean,
Yeah, man. There's a chance that so I thought when I won that, I thought I won it because I was my contest
won
was
the
the
other
last
prize.
one. So I thought that was mine. I'm going, wait. You you get the grand prize first? I'm going.
I ran into a bunch of them in a flea market some years back, and brain fart. I just left them there. I had no idea why.
That's
And that
a
little
nice
brown
prize.
wrapper, it was like
Right.
1973, 74 issues, DC, Marvel, all kinds of stuff.
Green Lantern
That's
and Flash was a team. Green Lantern and Flash.
He was at backup. He was a backup in Flash for a while.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. There was a time where
He was
after the Neil
canceled.
Adams run, he went into a hiatus, and then he was a backup, and then he got his own.
Yeah.
I love the banners in this time period. I mean, these new comics are so complicated. You don't even know the title.
Right.
Right. Yeah. Sometimes the title's
if
not
they
easy.
have a title, that is.
What are these? Roger?
Those are
What these?
Whitman variants. They were in 3 packs.
So they're not those TV promotional things.
No,
No. Okay.
no. They were back sets that were sold.
What is the issue numbers?
They did not have issues numbers because they generally were distributed for much longer periods of time, usually months, even a year. They would stay on the stand, and they were fresher if they didn't have the issue number and the month.
Right. I used to find them at Woolworths.
That's where I found them as well. Rich, the Woolworths over in Midway Mall. That's where I used to get those.
So is that a same? Oh, what is this? That's not. Is that a bronze? Is that a bronze?
No,
You just said
looks
it-
copper.
Copper.
Yeah, that's the 80s somewhere.
okay. Yeah. Okay. Well, that's gonna get kicked out because.
Hey,
that's
Mike,
supposed to be
welcome,
bronze
welcome,
box.
buddy. Great to be on with Night Tiger the other day. Hey, Mike, welcome. Good to see you here.
Oh, this is a. I do want to. Not very well.
Forever people.
Forever
Ah,
people.
I got that one
Yeah.
recently as well. Bring out the Kirby stuff, eh? Okay.
Yeah.
Yellow cover though, you can't use it on cover sling.
No, can't use a cover slinger. No.
Yeah.
That'll get you a thumbs down every time.
Ooh, underwater.
4 Battle Tales.
That's a cool cover.
Yeah, I think those are reprints from
That's really cool cover.
60s or 50s.
Cool. Another one of those kind of things.
Yeah, 4-star spectacular. That was its own title though,
Yeah.
and they were all reprints from 50s mostly, I do believe.
What's the original issue that came? I've seen that one before. What original issue is that one? Superboys?
It was a Superboy, but I don't know which one.
Yeah. This is fun. That
There's
is
another one-
funky.
That was Supergirl and that Beast too, I believe.
Yeah. Let's let this Sooner guy go. You know, I don't know, man.
The Sooner guy. That looks familiar.
Beyond and beyond.
Huh? Why does this look familiar?
Because I gave it to you, buddy.
Okay. Okay. All right.
That's how much I appreciate it over there at NammaN's.
Well, not another couple that I need to get out of that bronze box. But
Yeah.
Firestorm.
I mean,
Where's-
there's no hard and fast rule there, but to me, I would consider those copper.
It says, is that a 60 cents? Is that a copper too?
It depends who you ask, NammaN.
No.
It's really hard to know when the copper age was,
Yeah.
to be honest.
To me, anything after the limited series stuff is copper age,
Wait.
A
Is
lot of
this,
people think anything pre-crisis.
this look familiar
anything
too?
pre-Super
Does this
Wars,
look familiar too, Roger?
It does look familiar, yes.
GI Combat.
That's definitely
I'm
Bronze
trying
Age
to see.
stuff.
I'm trying to see if it's one of those. I can see the star.
Mark Jeweler,
Yeah.
look inside now, man.
Yeah. Yeah, I will let the show go on. Let the show go on.
Well, thank you for your permission. I agree. I appreciate it. Now we have the permission of NammaN. Richard can show us his daredevils because that's the way it goes around here. Everything revolves around NammaN. Just kidding, buddy. Just kidding. I'm glad you got home early today.
I did.
Ooh.
1965, number 9. Some Hollywood goodness there.
Who got you that one, I wonder?
Don't remember.
These
was
aren't
me.
from the
That's what
Ray
it was.
box, are they?
Why is this happening? Why is this happening?
This is the first and last appearance of the only guy that would have been able to restore Matt Murdock's vision. Sadly, he passed away in this issue.
Yeah, because otherwise, the whole
The story wouldn't have been
wouldn't go on. Yeah, that's right.
Having to go on.
But here comes the story of a successful attorney who returned his vision. That's not a big
number
seller.
10.
Nice.
So you're only missing 1 through 8 now, Rich, huh?
1 through 8, yeah.
Okay.
And here we have number 11.
And Rich has been working on this for decades.
Is Daredevil your favorite by far?
By far.
That's hard call. Showing something.
This one
Roger
here is
Lohan.
John Romita cover.
Oh, nice. Yeah. Yeah. To me, Secret Wars is Copper. That's to me, again, because
Yeah, I would say so because I've
But
never seen
when
them.
you're talking about the way the storylines are being
Number
processed
13.
at that point.
Is that
they're-
Khazar? Is it Khazar
Yep.
in the sewer? Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Some more John Romita art.
Show something that Roger didn't have at one time. I did not have these.
Number 14.
I only had
Talk
that
about
9.
yellow.
Oh, that poor yellow cover when they see
Oh,
see
yeah.
the day in.
It's a cool cover, actually. I don't mind yellow.
I love yellow covers.
And here we got some opinions. Copper started in 1982. That's reasonable. I'd say 82, 83, somewhere in there.
Well, then I'm not familiar with 82. I was in college and I was drinking too much.
Issue number 15. First appearance of the Ox.
Oh, really? Okay.
Nice.
Nice.
Yeah. This is a very iconic cover right here.
Oh yeah.
Another John Romita cover.
Would
No,
that
they're
be the
so
first time
cool.
Romita drew Spider-Man? I wonder.
I skipped. This is number 16. I got skipped number 16 because it's on my nightstand.
Oh, okay.
I'm in the
Well, that was
Khazar pronunciation camp. So am I.
Khazar pronunciation camp. Okay.
And this one here is the first appearance of the Gladiator, one of Daredevil's first early nemesis.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Very, very recurring too.
Very recurring.
About every year or two, he would show up with some other problem with Daredevil.
Number 19.
That's an awesome cover.
I love this cover with the owl just. And inside,
I mean-
it's actually there's this is one of the first Gene Conlon, I think, did the inks for the first time in a Daredevil
Really
Nice.
nice.
before he had his run
Right.
of covers.
Oh, I didn't know he inked before he penciled. Oh, that's
Mhm.
Yeah, I mean that's a good question. I mean, not every title was bronze at the same time or copper at the same time because some of the runs continued with the same writers.
This would be the first Conlon cover for Daredevil. And I think this is like a reprint of where I was reading this, a reprint of I think a Marvel Triple Action.
Oh, it was reprinted in Marvel Triple Action?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Do you have the annuals too, Rich?
Be right back.
I do have the annuals.
Okay.
No, the yellow cover.
That's classic Colon right there.
First
Classic.
appearance of the Tri-Man.
Yep.
I think it was the Mangler.
Yeah, it was the Unholy Trio. They merged them
Unholy
into
Trio.
that guy's powers. Yeah.
That's another wild cover right there, with him lunging at Daredevil.
oh yeah,
Yeah.
and that's very Colin too. Yeah.
And we got number 24.
Yeah. Khazar.
And 25.
Sorry about the gun going off back there.
This cover,
that one-
this issue inside would have the first appearance of Matt's twin brother.
Right.
Mike Murdoch.
Mike Murdoch, yeah.
Yeah.
And you gave me your undercopy of that
Yep.
one, which is coincidental because I love the Leapfrog. I mean, I just think he's such a goofy villain, I love him.
Sorry, Richard. I had to neutralize the room a little bit.
Huh?
I had to neutralize the room.
Oh,
I love the Stilt Man. I know people think of him as a joke, but I love him.
Yep.
you're
I mean,
lucky I
remember
don't stream from inside my man cave, man. You might not be able to handle it.
Yeah, that was a kind of a freaky issue, right? Got some aliens.
This is, it is like some kind of space,
Yeah. Yes, Cousin Rich does have great Daredevils. Yes, he does. Like I said, he
Those are
collected
your-
these when we were kids. Well, he
I
started.
hired a yellow cover.
Oof, that's really yellow.
Gene Conlon there continues his run.
Hey, Richie, are you in Oklahoma or where you at right now?
I'm in South Florida, Miami.
Oh, okay. That's Oklahoma is my home, so
Yeah.
I,
Where do you live in? Oklahoma City?
I used to live in Oklahoma
Used
City.
to.
Yeah.
Used to.
Yeah.
He used to. He lives in DC, in DC area.
Yeah.
He's number 29. Oh, the unmasking.
Oh no.
Oh
What are
no.
we gonna do?
He has his glasses on under his mask.
Yeah, that's fortuitous, right? I mean,
And
sometimes they didn't really
here
think
is-
things through, on
No.
these covers.
I think this is a Kirby cover, but I could be wrong. But your beautiful appearance there of Thor in issue number 30.
Really?
It doesn't look like
I've
Kirby
never
to
seen
me,
that cover before. I didn't know they had
Yeah.
a Thor crossover.
but it doesn't look like it looked kind of Colonish, but
Yeah.
now that's a mismatch and a half, though, isn't it? I mean, come on.
Yes.
No, the
I mean,
Kirby definitely had a different style in his younger days, though.
Well, and then you have Hyde out here in the background,
Yeah.
right here.
yeah,
Like, I mean, if he's not going to hold off Thor by himself.
Am I crunching?
Really
too much?
hard to tell who did that cover.
yeah.
Let me, I'll tell you. Let me see if I can open this up here.
I'm gonna look it up.
Again, sometimes the inkers can really override a lot of the pencilers' tells.
No, still Colin.
Still Colin. Okay.
Yep.
All right. So I bet you that's Colin and some kind of inker that really worked it differently.
And these are just some recent pickups I did. Issue number 6. I'm only down 3 now to
55.
finish off this. And this would be number 13. And this is another beautiful George Perez cover,
Yeah.
wraparound cover.
Yeah.
I
picked
actually,
those up.
since Roger doesn't, runs a very, penny pinching show there. I know he doesn't have a fact checker on staff. I actually went to ancestry.com and Roger, good news. George Perez is our 16th cousin removed on our grandfather's side.
Wow.
Yeah. So any day now we will be receiving 200 free DC comics.
All right. Good to know.
No Saturday morning would be complete without jumping on the bus without Speed Racer.
Oh, you kidding me? Speed Racer. That was our jam, man. That was.
And Racer X.
I still remember the episode. One of my favorite is the mammoth car. I think it's called the big red.
The mammoth
Car
car.
that they melted down. It was all made of gold. And Racer X was just so cool. He's just.
Yeah, I loved Racer X. I didn't know they ever did a standalone comic about him. Cool. I have to keep an eye out for that.
Yeah. And here we have a little run that trying to put together Secret Origins.
Oh yeah.
This would be number 19.
What year did Direct to Comic Shop start?
Number 32.
Oh boy.
Issue number 22.
I would guess 1980, but I'm not positive.
It was around there. Yeah. I don't know exactly. I didn't
38.
I didn't go to the comic. I didn't get a pull list till like 83, I do believe so.
40.
Yep, I got that one. That's like, look at that cover. It's like every possible trope. Motorcycles, dinosaurs, apes, you name it. It's on there.
It's covered on there.
Yeah.
Should be called the transportation issue.
Could have been
And here we
78.
have,
something like that.
Richie Rich 107.
Ooh, look at that. Where'd you come up with that one?
Hey, kind of got to support my namesake.
Ah,
153.
Does Richie Rich live in Florida? That might make sense.
Well, it's better for the tax shelter.
Yeah, that's it. We don't have an income tax, so
Right. And rich people love all those golf courses.
that's right.
159.
The property taxes are killers, though.
There's no such thing as gumball machines anymore, is there?
Yeah,
I think
Yeah?
I've seen them,
yeah, sure, yeah.
But they are less common.
But they're
Here we
quarters
have,
now.
Marvel Age, number 36.
Oh yeah.
Good. Has a good interview in there with Frank Miller.
I have that one. I remember getting that one off the stand too.
Here we have World's Finest, 315.
Never seen that one before. The eyes have it.
And 316.
I'm not familiar with these older. The later run World Finest. Never read those.
318.
Who is that guy? Who's
This
that
would
guy in
be
middle?
the Sonic.
Sonic.
Yeah.
Huh. Okay.
Not an inspired costume, though.
No.
And lastly,
Looks like a breakdancer.
number 20.
Oh yeah.
Another beautiful wraparound cover.
Yeah, these Who's Who, they're just so cool to read.
They packed up a lot. They packed a lot of things. In
Oh, a lot of information. Yeah. And you got so many, and everyone was done by, well, they tried to make it like the artist that is more iconic for that character.
Mhm.
And so I appreciated that. You have, George Perez on the Teen Titans and etc. I mean, it's really, really good stuff. All right. Who's next? I think Damien's up, if I recall.
Okay. Just a weird hodgepodge of comics here.
Damien moved location to some kind of hall.
I'm at the mall.
Or at the mall. Okay. All right.
We have this nearly dead mall near us, and I took this photo there.
Nearly dead. It's just barely. It's on life support.
Watch out, Damien. Gunman loose over there.
You're right. That looks like
Yeah,
a
you have to
gun.
be careful. Yeah.
that looks like the mall from that scene in Contagion.
That's right.
When you're at this mall, you feel like you're in a science fiction movie where everyone's dead.
Oh man.
But there's a comic book shop at this mall, and there's Barnes and Noble. So my daughter and I will go for walks here on rainy days sometimes.
Ah, nice.
So for some reason in this stack, I've got Superman and the Phantom Zone Criminals, the last issue.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
But it's a DC Comics Presents, the last issue of DC Comics Presents.
Nice. I love those purple covers.
Yeah.
I always like stories about the Phantom Zone.
Yeah, me too.
In fact, for a current comic, there's a current Action Comics sequence in the Phantom Zone. It's actually pretty fun.
Cool.
For those of you who want to dive into $5 comic books, though.
Yeah. No, thank you. Well, that's
another Jimmy Olsen and Lois Lane are ones I collect. So what this is number 129. It looks pretty whoa.
Whoa minus.
There's some loose pages in here and stuff.
Oh yeah.
That's a little disturbing.
That's been well loved.
I like this cover.
Yeah.
Oh, and speaking of Lois Lane.
Oh yeah, I
looks
got that
like
one.
a Neil Adams cover.
Yeah.
Of course, because she's in a wedding dress, right?
Yeah, she's in a wedding dress.
Yeah.
Good thing she died on their honeymoon, so he doesn't have to stick with one woman.
Yeah. I somehow don't think that's going to work out anyway.
Golden Age. I bought this at a con a year or two ago.
Ooh.
Wow.
Ooh.
10 cents. Is that Golden Age? 10 cents?
And it's a little bigger than a modern comic.
Nice.
A little bigger.
Yeah, it's a little bit bigger.
Yeah, so I'm actually gonna. Whoa, actually, maybe I'm not gonna take it out of the bag.
Is it going to disintegrate when you take it out?
I would need to take it out of the bag very carefully to check
Uh-huh.
the date. But I love that image. I love Woozy Winks.
Yeah, classic straight man to plastic man there.
Yeah. He's when done right, he's hilarious. Another Lois Lane. Of
Nice.
course, Superman is trying to choose between women.
Hey, Bill, look at this guy. Talk about a post office lineup.
All we need is Bill, and then it would be a complete
Yeah,
post office.
you're not going to get a lot of money for us, though.
Hmm.
There are no bounty hunters going breathing down
those-
our necks.
all those pickups were 50 cents and $1 claims.
Oh, nice.
And DC Comics presents
cool.
Metal Men with Metal Men.
Metal Man and Superman. Two of
You
my
already have
favorites.
this one, NammaN?
No, I don't, but I like it.
And
Was
who are they
Comic
fighting
Presents
against?
the equivalent of
Chemo
Marvel,
or Chemo? I don't know how to pronounce
It
his
was
name.
Marvel,
Team
Team
Up?
Up or Superman. It was a Superman. He co-starred always on.
Oh
Right.
wait, is the original villain of Metal Man?
Yes, Chemo was original villain of Metal Man. Yes, but then he sort of became a Superman villain when the Metal Man kind of went out of favor, I suppose.
Really nice painted Flash Gordon cover.
Oh,
Gold key.
nice.
I don't know. This wasn't George Wilson, was it? I don't know who did the covers of these things.
They had various cover artists. I don't remember all of them.
Oh, and this one's really nice too. It's kind of complex.
Ooh, yeah.
There's Ming's face in the background, and
yeah, I love that cover.
Yeah,
this guy here. Yeah,
I
it's
love
really
that.
nice cover.
yeah, very very well.
And some of these Flash
cover.
Gordons have Al Williamson artwork. I'm not
Yeah.
sure if that one does.
Hey Gore, welcome. Good to see you here.
Oh,
Hey, my favorite Texan.
He quoted you there, Damien.
I would say the same thing for you, Gore, after your honeymoon.
Oh boy.
Gore, I believe Gore's a ladies' man, but
Most probably, yes.
Devil Shark.
so the Devil Shark with Trag, this Gold Key Spotlight. I don't know the story behind that. This is probably a reprint, right? Whitman.
No, Whitman's aren't necessarily reprints. They could just have been the direct edition.
Well,
equivalent.
also it's 30 cents, so I assume this is a Trag reprint, but I don't.
It could be.
I don't know
I'm
enough
not
about
familiar
that.
with that title, so.
I just go for it for the art. It's Jesse Santos is the artist, and I'm.
Oh yeah, you told me about him before. Yeah.
Yeah, he's on all the Dagar comics.
Dagar Trag, yeah. I can see that.
Someone sent me this one. I think maybe Garage Geek.
Oh, okay.
And this might be like the first appearance of someone. I don't know.
Maybe Ego, whatever because I know in that story, Galactus
Who stands
hired
with Galactus?
Thor
Right.
to help him with a ego. So
Or maybe it
Galactus
isn't
Scottish. Is
first.
it Galactus Scottish or something?
Scottish.
Yeah, it's one of those ones where he's wearing a kilt and no
Oh, he's wearing a kilt. Oh, gotcha.
pants.
I didn't get the reference until now. Yeah.
Some comics he remembers to put his tights on, and other ones.
Yeah. Hey, Jason, welcome. Good to see you here, my friend. Yeah, it doesn't skip leg day. That's right. He works out constantly. Yeah. Well, when you eat planets, you got to burn off the calories.
You do.
Yeah.
Nice.
that
What issue
one-
is that, Damien?
This is 293 of Superman.
Nice.
So deeper into the Bronze Age, I guess.
I have a Superman Evil copy, and that's how I categorize that one.
Superman acting like a jerk. Yeah.
All right,
Evil
you could
Superman.
do many videos on Superman.
Oh, yeah. Hey, buddy, how you doing under the cowl? Good to see you here.
There was some kind of turning point with
Yeah?
Superman where I didn't like him as much.
Second
I really
appearance of
liked the
Fire Lord.
Silver
Okay. Good. Thank you for the info.
306. Bizarro. Mary Lois Lane. Me take her.
Yeah. Great diction. Yeah.
Tell me when you want someone else to go because I got a big stack
At
here.
least Blazo won't kill her.
Yeah, but there are worse things than death. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Avengers Assemble. We got Kang in here. The final battle against Kang. 143. 174. I think that's George Perez there.
You got it.
Collector.
Back to Superman. This is a weird cover.
Facts, Roger. Facts.
Superman
That is a-
311.
That is strange looking.
That is, what was that, Jonah Hex?
I don't know. He's got a horn coming out of his
Wow.
hat.
That must be a Texas Longhorn.
And they don't give him a name, but there's an alien plague involved.
Wow.
Ah.
Oh, and then I think this is during the Kryptonite No More era of Superman. 15 Center, number 234.
Nice.
Wow. Nice.
Very nice.
I think that's that Superman, that version of Superman made of sand flying above him.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Shall we stop there?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, okay. I'll show a few more. All right, we're continuing on with the Amazing Spider-Man run. Still in the 25-cent era here. And we have 157.
Doc.
Oh, yeah. I love
Yes.
that one. I love that cover.
And 158,
Another one.
where we have the somewhat like a spectre-ish Hammerhead, but he's actually like has his consciousness. It's a weird kind of. They didn't think it through too much, but he gets reformed here. 159.
Hammerhead.
Yeah, and of course we all know Damian loves villains that use their heads, like physically. And I think this is the last issue with Spider-Mobile.
Hey. I have a copy of that with the wrong stuff in
That's
there.
right. You have the wrong interior or the
Yeah.
wrong cover, depending how you look at it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the car could drive up the side of buildings. I forgot about that.
Yeah, it can drive up
It's
walls,
a Spidey-mobile. It's a
But-
Spidey-mobile.
but
50 tires, I guess.
it was not a big hit. Let's just put it that way. He only
Yeah.
appeared a few times.
I'll stick to the Scooby Mobile.
Yeah, that's right. I like the Mystery Machine. Let's go with that.
You think Herbie was a better boat?
Herbie? Yeah.
Yeah, Herbie.
Yeah. Here is a crossover with Nightcrawler.
Nightcrawler. Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. Kind of an odd, kind of like out of nowhere kind of thing.
Very openly Catholic superhero.
That's right.
Right.
That's right. Correct. And a German heritage.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's
And here we have both of them against the Punisher. And this is the Roosevelt Island
Trolley.
trolley. Yeah.
Wow.
Which I never got to ride, unfortunately, but oh well. Here we have 163 against the Kingpin.
I really don't understand Kingpin's superpower.
He doesn't have superpowers. He's
I
just
know.
got-
How can
Anybody
he,
that guy can squash your
How
head
can
like
he-
with a grape.
how
Yeah.
can he withstand Spider-Man? That's what I don't get.
The final.
That's a
hour.
great
They say
mystery.
he doesn't have superpowers, but he is obviously super strong.
But he's amazingly strong. It's all that he's all muscle apparently.
Right. It
But
looks
still,
like
Spider-Man
fat,
can lift
but
10 tons, so
It's a little strange.
that's a bit of a stretch. But people, I believe I read somewhere where he's holding back against regular people, but whatever. 165?
The strange too.
Against Stegron, the dinosaur man.
Oh wow.
And 166, if that wasn't enough, he's joined by the Lizard.
Wow.
Christmas time issue.
Nice.
The War of the Reptile Men. And here we continue. I'm sure I bought all these off the stands now here at 30 centers. 167. I believe that's Willow the Wisp coming in here. And there, Damien, we were talking about the Spider Slayer with J. Jonah Jameson's picture head, whatever. There it is. And there's Willow the Wisp. I love the way that they would pump this up, right? It says, introducing the most sense-shattering new superstar of all, Willow the Wisp.
Left at all 3 issues.
He didn't quite make it to that level, I don't believe. And here's J. Jonah Jameson having evidence of the shenanigans going on with Spider-Man and the Clone.
Wow.
He looks so happy.
Look at that. I gotcha.
That's the happy Joe Jonah.
And here we have 170 against Dr. Faustus.
Dr. Faustus.
Yes, the evil
Was he
psychiatrist.
originally a Captain America villain?
What
Yep.
issue did he first meet the Green Goblin?
The Green Goblin, the original Green Goblin,
Yeah,
Way back.
14, I do believe.
14. Okay.
Somebody will fact check me there. And here we have 171 crossover with Nova.
Nova, yeah.
And this actually crosses over into Nova's series as well.
Rich
It's
Rider.
part 1, part 2 is in Nova. 12, I
Nice.
think. Nova 12, as I recall. And here we have another kind of those goofy Bronze Age villains because
I guess they did that to promote the new books.
correct, because Nova was a new title at the time. Yes. Skateboarding was all the rage back then. So of course we have a hero or a character called the Rocket Racer with his.
Roger. Don't do the skate thingy, okay?
I had a skateboard for many years
Okay, I see.
and somehow survived. Not unscathed, but survived. And here we have the Molten Man back at 173.
Wow.
Yeah, like that there, that's gotta hurt.
Yes.
Yeah.
Major burns.
When you're talking about molten, you're talking about thousands of degrees, right?
This
Right.
is like kill away at jumping out and jumping on you.
Exactly, right, like lava essentially. Yeah. Here we have 174,
He
Punisher and the Hitman.
too somehow.
All right, and we have 174 Hive up in the Statue of Liberty.
Oh, yeah, wow.
Nice.
And 176 in the shadow of the Green Goblin there. Yeah. Okay. Nothing too much going on there. And 177.
Mm.
And here we have the
There's
spider
that.
signal, which you don't see too much on covers anymore.
Right.
And 176. This is another. How many times have we seen Aunt May in a hospital bed in these? I mean,
Woman had 9 lives.
I tell you, I mean, listen, she was old in the 60s. We're in the
She's old lady.
2020s, and she's
She's old
still
lady.
around.
Yeah.
I mean, she's like
Yeah, well, she's
Methuselah,
old lady. I mean, that's,
you know. Like,
mhm.
all right, who next? NammaN. Is it NammaN next? Yeah, we'll put NammaN next.
Yeah, I guess so.
What time
Okay,
is it?
where will
7:03.
I? Where will I?
Yeah, we got about half hour, 40 minutes or so. Hitman's last appearance. He was killed, I think. Yeah, somewhere. Ooh.
That's hey, that's my birthday book, by the way.
Oh, birthday book. All right.
Nice.
Yeah. And it happens to be artist. Yeah.
Ah.
Oh. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe Matilda don't have a superpower with the yellow.
That's it.
That was
That looks like a Neil Adams cover.
You found her weakness.
Matilda's weakness, Green Lantern's weakness.
Now in the new movie, she's hot. Yeah, she gets younger and younger in the movies. Yeah.
Oh, I love these Mike Griller runs of a Green Lantern.
Yep. Yeah. Very underrated run, actually.
Yeah. Yeah. I like reading these things. I mean, kind of like eating popcorns, you know, real quick, and
Yeah.
it's like a one science fiction story to next.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, you're right. They made comics way back then. Yep. Yep. Apparently they did, Jeffrey. He's saying you're old, NammaN, and in other words.
I'm old.
Well, he said they made comics way back then. Like,
We used to etch into wood. I mean, into the stone. You know, that's what is it? Paper, using paper, you young ones.
paper.
Oh, that's a big.
They had trees back then, Jeffrey. I'm sure.
Mike Grell era there of the Green Lantern.
Yeah. Yeah, actually, that's very to me. It's a very underrated run.
I love Mike Grell's talent in this because look at the way he draw his face.
Mhm.
Mhm.
Looks like he just had he just shaved.
Yeah, you're right.
You know what I mean?
You're right.
You
It's
know
like,
how you know how you have feel when you see someone shave, they used to have a beard, and
Yeah.
mhm.
that's pretty talented man. I mean, you just go, oh wow, you
Yeah,
could
what does he
actually
look like
say,
under that beard? Yeah,
yeah,
exactly.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
I didn't know you had this run, now, man.
Huh?
I
Oh
didn't know
yeah,
you had
yeah,
this.
yeah. This I that's why I was a fan of Microwave, because Legion and this one.
Right. I knew you.
Yeah.
I knew you had the Legion ones. I didn't know you had
Yeah,
this though.
yeah. I'm missing a few issues, but
Okay.
yeah.
Oh yeah, Black Canary was Green Arrow's girlfriend around there. I think.
Yeah.
I think Mike Grell was doing the Warlord at the same time.
Yeah, and yeah, and the world. Yeah, that's three titles I like. And then I tease how he can draw two different characters. You know, the Warlord and the Green Arrow.
Yeah, I think he was doing Legion right before,
Right.
and then Warlord started in the 25-cent era. Yeah. So yeah.
You guys, there was a one cover I have. I'm not going to pull out now, but I have a cover where Green Arrow and Warlord meeting each other
Oh yeah, they're side
face
by
face.
side. Yeah.
I've never seen that.
And
Yeah.
I got that, and I took it to Mike Greer and have him sign it. And I said, "Hey man, you only know how to draw one character, man."
It's the same, except one has a white beard, one has a blonde beard, but it's the same face. Yes, it is an affordable run.
Yeah, he had a kick out of that.
Oh, I'm sure. I'm sure. Yeah, I met him when I went up to Ohio with Bub.
How can the
Oh, nice.
You don't see those often.
No, that was a short run.
What's harder, to be a writer on doing multiple titles or a artist?
I would think an artist. It takes a long time to do a comic book.
Yeah. Yeah. I would think an artist.
Yeah.
Only
A
the
good
very
writer-
fastest artists can do more than one book a month.
Yeah, a good writer can write a comic book in a couple days.
Oh,
you know?
John Hex,
Yeah.
nice. Yeah, thank you, Damien, for turning me on to that Chuck Dixon podcast.
Oh yeah, that's an interesting podcast.
Really
Oh,
interesting
John
podcast.
Chuck Dixon is an interesting guy. Yeah,
He
I
is,
met him.
yeah. He's like that
He
uncle
li-
that
he lives,
invite on
um,
Thanksgiving and you put in a quarter.
Oh, sorry.
He doesn't hold back on his opinions.
No.
No. He lives he used to live in the Clearwater area. I used to see him over when I lived in Port Richey a lot of times.
Really?
Yeah. Really nice guy too. You could just go up and talk to him.
He has a different persona.
Yeah. Well, I mean, these were conventions, so they're more wide open to their fans,
This some of this looks like
I
a
have never read the Justice Inc. I don't. Kirby draws some of the issues, but I don't think he writes it.
Kirby. I mean, this one is done by Joe Kubert, right? Number
Right.
one.
Yeah,
This one
that
is
looks
done
like
by Joe
Kubert, yeah.
Kubert, right? Then
I believe
written
I
by
believe the
Daniel
Avenger
Kubert.
was
then he goes to draw Kubert.
wasn't he a character by Robeson?
One of those pulp writers, yeah.
Yeah, well, Pulp Writers, yeah.
Back on issue 4. Do they just switch?
Yeah, I
back
think
and forth?
it was just 4 issues, yeah.
I think in the pulps he was called the Avenger.
The
so
Avenger,
for
right.
obvious reasons they couldn't use that title.
Right.
Oh gosh. My Greyman!
Hey.
Wow.
Yeah.
Lady
I'm
Liberty.
really
Cool.
enjoying the Commandy. I'm missing a few, but I'm.
Oh
I'm
right,
gonna
I
pick
need
that
to
up.
send you pictures of my doubles and see if any of them.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'll send you a list of what I need, and we'll figure out a trade or something.
Yeah. I should have a couple. I should have some doubles too. So
Oh, like Gorilla
Cheap
stands
Comic
out with
Collector.
that
I don't know
blue
if
cover.
you've seen this, but Cheap Comic Collector did an AI song about Commandy, and he shows the whole run.
Oh wow.
It is. Let me tell you, it is spot on. Spot on.
Commandy, my
I'm a little
man.
freaked out by AI songs. They've been
Oh,
popular.
my
all
boy,
I mean,
my boy.
it sounds just like like a band, you know, that
Right. It's almost too good though. It worries me.
it's perfect.
This should be classic cover right here. This should be
That
That
classic.
is one of my favorite covers.
one of my favorites
Yeah.
as well.
Yeah,
That
that's a
one and the
fantastic
Superman costume one.
Yeah, it's really,
Yeah.
that one.
And the
that one.
Eater and the Eater as well too.
Well, this one's a homage cover, Kong.
Yeah, that's a good one. Well, there's hardly any bad covers in.
True. Hey,
Sure.
Tat, what's up, buddy? Good to see you.
All those 80s hair bands made now a reappearance on AI.
Yeah. But if you have a chance, guys, definitely go to Cheap Comic Collector and look at his playlist for AI songs or whatever. I tell you, I played that thing like 20 times. It is so cool.
I'll have to find it.
Commandy, the last boy on earth.
That's
Trying
a
to
George
remember.
Washington homage, I guess.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
Locust.
The four-legged grasshopper always bothers me.
Oh yeah.
I mean, they got deformed. I mean, right?
It was a mutant, I guess. So.
Yeah, it's mutant.
Yeah.
If they muted just a little bit more, it would have been an intelligent one.
Right.
Yeah.
Other than that, that was a great storyline at the Hialeah racetrack.
Okay, yeah. Confirmation here. Great pulp character. Yes, Robeson, just 4 issues. Okay. Because I remember reading some of those novels way back when.
Oh, by the way,
They
I
reprinted
can see
the
the.
Avenger novels in the 70s, I think.
I don't.
Yep.
I can see this one was a.
Water Gem.
Jewelers? MJ?
No, it's folded in half.
Oh, it was a subscription copy.
Yeah, a subscription copy.
Yeah. You can send it to me. I'll press it for you if you want.
I keep it. I mean, I just.
I'll send it back.
No. I mean, I like the freaking crease.
Oh, you do?
I like
Okay.
the creases too.
That's good. Actually, I have some comics here that I'm sending to you that I worked on. So.
There's that cover you
There's
mentioned.
the Eater.
man.
Yeah.
That is like
What a great story
Hey,
that is. Man.
by
Oh,
the
yeah, I
way,
just
this
loved
was
it.
my very first cover I shown at the Slingers.
Really?
wow.
Yeah.
Eater?
Yeah, and then I'm showing the worm, and so yeah.
All right. Well, yeah, I guess it is. Yeah, the worm. I guess he was kind of like a worm. Yeah.
Yeah.
A really big one.
And after this, after 20, I don't know if I kept up. Maybe I did. I don't know. 21, 22. Where's our monsters?
There you go. Whales are monsters.
That's such a crazy cover.
Yeah, the talking. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what this series was so cool because it broke every rule imaginable.
Flying fish. I don't know. I love Commandy.
Look at Jeffrey. I know a few big girls who can press out that crease of the book. You send it to me. Oh my god.
Oh boy.
Oh, okay. Jeffrey has most of those 70s Avengers. Okay, good for you, man.
There you go. There's a classic. There's a classic right here.
Yeah.
There's a classic.
Yeah.
That's such a good cover.
Yeah.
Fabulous story, man. That's
Yeah.
fabulous. Very creative.
It leaves all the mystery there, and also, is Superman real or not? Is this cosplay Superman suit?
If you're a Superman fan, you see that issue, you're grabbing it.
Yeah.
You're like, I gotta see what's up. What did he survive? There's so many questions, right?
Yeah,
I love that cover too with the giant.
Yeah.
Took the words right out of my mouth.
If I see that cover in the wild, I just pick it up anyways.
Yeah. Ben Boxer was really cool too, and his friend Steve and I forgot the other guy's name. They were kind of lesser, but they were all kind of mutant survivors.
They could have had their own comic book. They were good enough for.
Yeah.
There's Joe Kubert.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
The animal is ours.
So I guess back, is it a cupboard again, or yeah, that looks like a cupboard.
Yeah, later on, the Kubert did some covers,
Yeah.
and then the interiors were by various different artists.
More cupboard. Oh, this is I think this is my very first Commandy when I came to the United States.
So is that your original copy?
Yeah. Yeah.
All right.
Nice.
It's amazing how we have these memories like that, like
Yeah, this like I mean, then I go ahead and picked it up again.
mhm.
Yeah.
It just comes back,
Yeah. I wasn't able to pick this one up. But,
You drop some.
but I know I picked this one up because guess why, Roger? Guess
Yeah,
why?
bicentennial banner. Yeah,
I had to pick up the bicentennial
Yeah.
banner.
yeah. I had that one for a while.
Did you arrive in the U.S. in 76?
I came in 74.
74.
Oh,
Okay.
by the
So-
way, guys, 50 year.
50 years.
Last
here.
year was my 50th year. At United
wow.
States.
That's right.
Yeah,
Nice,
So-
nice, man.
yeah. Half century at United States.
Wow.
Wow.
I know I have multiple copy of this because it's
Now you have a lot in common.
Oliver's travels.
Hey, it's been 100 years since you haven't won a national championship.
what do you say?
Saying something nice about Oklahoma.
He's just razzing you a little bit. That's all.
Mm. all right, okay.
I love rivalries.
All right.
All right. No more jokes, and you keep the sofa covered up.
More issue stuff coming up.
And he's got like the cards too, Barry Sanders and so forth.
Yeah, I got Barry Sanders stuff
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
yeah. All right. That's okay.
Yeah, getting to the end here.
Yeah, getting near the end.
Yeah.
I don't know if I want to complete it.
How
What
many
do you mean you
Uh,
don't know if you want to complete it? Of course you want to complete it. You're close.
Yeah, I'm pretty close, right?
You're very close.
Yeah.
I mean, you're closer than I am. And
That
you can
last
still
one?
find the vast
Is
majority
that the last issue?
very cheap. So,
Is that the last issue?
I can't remember if that's the last issue.
I think so.
what is that? 59?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
I wasn't too happy about them trying to tie everything together, but
Mm.
Yeah, I mean the OMAC thing. It kind of makes sense, but
right.
it
It does. Yeah, it does kind of make sense.
But I mean, you remember Command D? He was named after the place with his grandfather,
Right, the bunker or something.
the bunker. Yeah,
Yeah. Come
And OMAC was in C, right?
Ah,
So
yeah, I guess it does make sense.
it does kind of tie in. I don't know if Kirby might have had a bigger plan at some point. I don't know.
Barry Sanders was a
Nice
beast.
Korak covers.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm
Barry
almost
Sanders.
done. Almost done here. Oh, this is beautiful cover right here.
Oh yeah,
That's beautiful cover.
I think we found that in Collector's World too.
Yeah.
That place is incredible dollar bins.
Yeah, that was.
I'd be there every other week.
Well. Okay, that's it.
That's it. All right.
Yeah. And for this box, I'm done
All
for
right,
the next one.
All right, Rich. Show us some more Daredevils there, buddy.
Tuners.
Number 31. A little more Dr. Heckle, Mr. Hyde.
Mr. Hyde and the Cobra.
And because 31 wasn't enough, 32 getting some more lickings in.
Yeah. That's a
And
tough
we got
battle there.
33 with the Beetle.
Oh, that's another villain I love.
Yeah, I
Funky.
like the Beetle a lot.
Yeah,
too.
funky villain. Yeah.
And 34.
To squash a beetle.
To squash a beetle. Just stomp on him.
And 35.
Who's that there? I don't recognize that villain.
Is that the Trapster maybe?
The Trapster.
Oh, the
Pretty,
trap.
pretty high tech glider there.
And 36.
Oh, I have that issue.
Hmm.
Cool.
Yeah, the Trapster is actually not a bad villain for Daredevil. You know that you can see the
right power level.
right power level. Yeah.
These two I cannot see.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Although those were some, I think it was a 2-issue story with Doctor Doom. I remember that being really cool.
And 38, Damien.
Yep, there you go.
Well, Doctor Doom.
And that's a great cover. I love that.
I mean, he even took on Luke Cage, so he
Right.
took on everybody. You know.
And 39 with the Unholy 3.
Daniel says you need some Mylars for those sweet books.
Number 40.
I'm not a big fan of Mylars because they'll just like shred. If the cover's not like perfectly straight, they just shred them.
Oh, really?
And 41.
when you're sliding it in.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a bit dangerous.
The
Especially with the 4-ply.
42.
That's the real problem.
Yeah, you can put them. You can put them in something else. That's true, but
And this one is Jack Kirby.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
probably.
yeah, beautiful, beautiful.
Pops right off the cover.
And that's all I got.
Big
I
character.
want to bore you.
All right, man. Thanks for showing
Nice.
us that stuff, man.
No problem.
So next time you can show us the rest of the
Got
run.
more where that's
Yeah, I know you got more. Yeah, I know you got more.
Great
I know
book,
you-
lousy school.
Thank you, NammaN.
Okay,
I
I
feel
want
the
to
love,
show
you know.
you some. It might be your turn, Roger, but I want to show you guys
No, go
a
ahead.
piece
Go
of-
ahead.
a piece of original art I won in an auction.
Hey!
Ooh.
Ooh,
Let me turn this silly thing off here. So
I think I know that artist.
Ah.
Cool.
this is so good. I mean, I liked it in the comic book, but I love seeing the pencils.
Nice.
I guess that your signature there, NammaN?
Yeah, that's That's my signature.
But this is now
Wow.
a prized possession of my original art collection.
All right.
Wow.
I'm sure that's priceless, right?
What
I
was the
couldn't
name,
buy that
is there
off
a
you, right?
name to this woman in the background? She looks familiar, but
That's well, okay, so it's a cancer, right? They're fighting cancer. So they're not fighting planets, they're fighting cancer inside the body. So
right.
what's that movie where they turn
Oh, is it
Chinese?
Raquel Welch?
Yes.
Okay, that makes it even better. I really like that.
Yeah.
Her pose and everything is great.
She's helping Adam kill cancer. So
And this
Sadly, Disney killed that
the
right.
stuff
Body-
around his hands, I think Gil Kane invented that kind of
oh yeah,
thing.
that's
I
why.
always
That's
call
why.
it the Gil Kane power glow.
So that what is she doing is if you see color, she's healing the one. He burns them, she heals them. So
Uh-huh.
Here's the original.
There's the color.
Nice.
yeah, she's healing, right? She's healing the burn he made. He's
So-
burning them and she's healing them. So
Did you do the color or did someone else color?
I did coloring.
And mine is signed right there.
Uh-huh.
Wow.
Yeah, so it's
Yeah.
very exciting. I was
We're
I was
flexing our
thrilled
artists
to
here,
win
yeah.
this.
Wow, thanks for supporting.
Well, it was a
CP,
great
man.
cause, of course. For those who don't know, this was part of the Comics Curing Cancer auction.
A great organization that they run over there. by the way.
Fantastic Voyage. Yeah, that's it.
Fantastic voyage.
Yeah,
Right,
that was
Fantastic Voyage with
Fantastic
Raquel
Voyage.
Welch.
Yeah.
You want to see some more?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. Well, that was the climax, but here's a random Tarzan issue.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Lord of the Jungle. Let's see. If you don't believe in ghosts, we challenge you to read True Tales of the Weird and Supernatural.
You move really quick, Damien. Now you're back home. It's amazing to me.
Yes.
Yeah.
I have my own personal transporter. I went from the mall to my
Gotcha.
Make sure you're not entering that transporter.
So, like I've said, I'm trying to. I'm basically become obsessed. I'm trying to.
Chaos, welcome, buddy. The comic community board of directors up here.
Hey, I haven't seen Chaos and Comics in a while. Hey, Chris.
Yeah, hey, Chris. Yeah, man, he's. I have seen him. I have seen him, but not in my show lately. He sent me a really nice back issue magazine with the all the different variants and things like that from the Bronze Age, which I absolutely love. I've read that thing cover to cover about 3 times.
Here's a random hero for hire, number 6.
Oh yeah, hero for hire.
Nice.
That's when he takes on Dr. Doom.
Oh, was that like a 2-parter?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's the funkiest thing, right? Because he worked for Dr. Doom, right?
Right.
And Dr. Doom stiffed him, didn't pay him.
Yes.
So he goes to the Fantastic Four, borrows their jet to go to Latveria to try to get him the $500 that he owes him.
Yeah, that was a great storyline. It really tells you a lot about his character.
Yeah.
Pay me or else.
Yeah, I mean, talk about principles there. I mean,
Hey Joe.
And
Joe,
this is
welcome. And again, congratulations on another birthday, 74, I do believe.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were talking about you earlier, Joe. Happy birthday.
He looks great for his age, by the way. Sharp as a whip.
Yes.
Oh, Joe.
We could all be as in good shape as he is.
Yeah, that's right.
And Billy Graham art, which I really enjoy.
Yeah, I'm with you. He did
Damien,
Black Panther and that title. That was the only 2 that I know of.
Damien, I do have a question about that drawing.
Your drawing?
Did I draw somebody in the spaceship? Did I draw anything inside the spaceship?
Yes, there's little figures inside the spaceship. They're very faint.
Okay.
Everybody's wishing Joe a happy birthday.
I'm wondering how much I did. Okay.
Yeah, not much deep. You just can see there's a head and shoulders of 2 figures.
Okay.
Out.
I think I did a little more on digital. Okay, good.
Okay, because you must have digitally inked it.
Yeah.
Digitally you probably added detail when you inked it.
Yeah.
Joe's thanking everybody.
Am I right in thinking of Kung Fu Fighter as a Rogers comic book?
You know it. I got the complete set. I've read it several times.
And well, my instinct tells me that's Dick Giordano on the cover, but I don't know for sure.
I think you're right.
I guess.
Oh, you're leaving for Florida. Okay, buddy. Yeah. He's up. He lives up in New York half the year. And then down here in Naples.
He's building a brand new comic book room.
In Florida?
Yeah.
Wow.
No, I think up in New York.
Oh, in New York.
Yeah.
No. Joey is building a new
house
comic
on
book
Cape
room.
Cod for some reason, but
I thought.
I don't know where I got that idea.
I'm not sure. He might be, but I know he lives in New York now. I'm not sure where I know he's building another place, but not sure where.
Yeah, he's building a comic book room in Florida.
Oh, in Florida. Oh,
UK.
okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Cape Cod. Okay.
He's got the perfect thing, right? New York in the fall, and then winter in Florida.
Snowbirds. Yeah.
Got some
Cape Cod. Okay. Yeah, it is Cape Cod. Nice.
Flash Gordon.
And
is that like a first Flash Gordon comic book?
I think it was a continuation of someone else doing Flash Gordon beforehand.
Yeah, Flash Gordon was actually, I believe, back in the golden age. There were a few Flash Gordon.
Well, in Famous Funnies, they did
Famous
Flash
Funnies, right?
Right. And then there was a Flash Gordon in something with the name King on it.
Yeah, because those were the owners of the strips.
The King Syndicate.
King Syndicate. Yeah.
King Features Syndicate.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this is issue 29, and then this is issue 35, and I guess they were saving money on the covers at this point.
Yeah. Yeah, they went to the line drawn. Yeah.
It looks almost like interior art stuck on a cover, although I'm not sure if that's the case.
I don't know if they did. I know Charlton did that a lot. I don't know if they did that.
Because then this is issue 36, so I got them in the wrong order. Maybe it's just because this over here looks like a panel from a comic there.
It could be.
I don't
Yeah,
know.
Bender
I wouldn't doubt
was
it.
the best Flash Gordon. Okay.
Back to Lois Lane.
Oh, Kiss cover.
Kiss
Oh,
cover, yeah.
An art cover.
It's a
Art
picture
cover.
of Superboy kissing Lana, who Lois has killed, of course.
Oh no.
And Batman
Good boy.
saying, I'm the
Batman,
world's greatest detective, yet I can't find any evidence to save Lois from the death house. I assume that's the
So, wait, Superman is interrogating Lois?
yes, he's the world's worst boyfriend.
And who knew he had a law license? You know.
I don't know. I think he should be like an ex-girlfriend and the girlfriend. I think he should just bow out of there. I mean,
Yeah, I think there's conflict of interest there somewhere.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
Some kind of conflict of interest. Yeah. He's always, he's willing to kill her or send her to jail, anything not to marry her.
Yes, I mean,
And this is a fun cover where someone's grabbed the Flash as he's trying to chase after I forget which hero this is.
Trickster.
Trickster, Rainbow, or Trickster.
Mm.
Yeah.
it'd be funny if that was a Popeye.
That's Flash 228. Okay. A romantic Millie the Model cover. They're
Ooh.
at the zoo, and a gorilla has escaped.
The
Now-
gorilla looks a little
Boy, you-
disappointed there.
Sorry?
That gorilla looks a little disappointed there.
I know. I think he wanted to date Millie.
I think
Yeah.
so.
Yeah.
I relate to the gorilla in this picture. This is like my high school years.
Oh boy.
Another Millie the Model, another 15 center, 191.
Hmm.
Well, you took a hard left turn here on the
Yes.
genre.
Yeah.
train there.
I am all over the place. This is a stack of unsorted comics that I bought at a variety of sales over this past year.
I mean, he's a lover of all comic books. So
Yes.
Yeah.
Which is dangerous in terms of storage space.
hey,
I don't know
did
anything
I show
about
that
Green
one?
Thunder, but I thought this was a cool looking cover, so I grabbed
Yeah,
it.
It
Have
is.
you heard of this character?
I just showed it.
Oh, you just showed it.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was in All Star Western in the '60s, I do believe.
Uh-huh.
I have a couple of those. I have a couple of Johnny Thunder from. Maybe the title is wrong, but it was back in the '60s. One of those Western titles.
And almost every time I find an Atom cover, I have to buy it just because the covers are so cool.
It is.
The Atom
That
just
reminds me of a Gil Kane work.
it might be Gil Kane, maybe inked by Wally Wood or something,
Oh.
or by some very good inker.
He did do a lot of those in that era. Gil Kane.
Right,
did, so
right. And his
I wouldn't
style
doubt
was
it.
a little less wild at this point.
The shadowing does look Gil Kane-ish to me.
Let's see. Okay.
The way he draws the hand is what I recognize.
For you
Hey, I got that
educated
issue.
people,
Yeah.
Macbeth,
Macbeth.
the
Ah,
Scottish play.
classic Shakespeare stuff. Yeah.
Nice.
Joseph.
I didn't know Macbeth had wings on his helmet. If I knew that, I would have been more interested in him when I was a kid.
Yeah, when you read the novel, you don't get the details like visual
Right.
like you do in the Classics Illustrated. Yeah.
If they were all dressed as Vikings, then it would be an interesting.
Oh yeah.
Even more, number 17 from Charlton now on Flash
Mm.
Gordon. So there's King Feature Flash Gordon, there's Charlton, there's Gold Key.
And then DC got him after that too.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, and right now, a publisher called Mad Cave is doing a pretty good Flash Gordon. Again, if you want to spend $5 on a new comic.
Wow.
No, thank you.
Action
Hey, I got that one.
Comics.
Action Comics.
You could do a whole series of Superman
number is that
covers
one?
where there's another Superman.
Yeah, doppelganger. What do you call it? Doppelganger.
Doppelganger. Yeah,
Doppelgangers, yeah.
that's a
doppelganger.
hard word to say.
Yeah.
What is your number of that, Damien?
This is 414.
Wow, nice.
So this must, I'm guessing this is 1973 or so.
Yeah.
For the twins.
Yeah, somewhere in there. Yeah, 72, 73. Yeah, Dell had them also. That's right. Correct. Yeah, it just occurred to me that I saw one or two of them.
Oh, I got that one too. Oh.
Another purple cover.
449 of Action Comics. Looks like a bunch of backup stories too. Green Arrow and the Atom.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's when they went to Giant for a while.
Okay, I've got like 3 more.
All right.
Got to collect all the Jim Steranko covers.
Oh yeah.
Fantastic Four. I don't think he ever did the Fantastic Four interiors, unfortunately.
I don't think so.
Does he ever do interior? I mean,
Yeah.
Well, he did
Yeah.
Captain America and Nick Fury.
Yep.
And a few other one-off interiors, I think.
Oh yeah, Nick Fury. Yeah, he did that.
Yep.
Superman 320 with Solomon Grundy stealing Superman's cape. And you don't do that.
Yeah. What is that song? You don't pull on
You don't
Superman's
tug
cape.
on Superman's cape.
You don't mess with big
Right.
Jimmy Brown. I forgot what the guy's name was. Yeah.
Bad Leroy.
Leroy Brown. Leroy Brown. That's it.
That's a whole
And
song, guys.
Superman saving everyone's life but Luther's in Action Comics 510, 40 center. Okay, that's all from that stack.
All righty. All right. We got a few more minutes, so I'll show a few more Spider-Man, and then we'll call it a night, gentlemen.
All right.
All righty. Let's just go to. We'll go to 200. We'll go to Spider-Man 200 today, and I'll show the rest next week. 179.
Nice.
That's Silvermane down there. Real descriptive name there. And here we have 180, where we have. Remember, we were talking about how many covers with 2 Supermans. Well, this is 2 Green Goblins.
That's a little more unusual.
Double your
Yeah.
pleasure.
This is, I think, Harry Osborn, and this was like that psychiatrist guy who like hypnotized him and
Oh,
found out all his secrets or
I
whatever.
forgot about him.
Yeah. They have something against psychiatrists. Dr. Faustus was a psychiatrist too.
Can't trust
Here's
those
181.
psychiatrists.
Yeah, there's The Pain and the Power. I think this is like one of those album issues where they go back and look at his past stories and villains and so forth. They did that a lot when, like, the Dread Deadline Doom stuff.
Right.
182, The Rocket Racer's back in town.
Skateboard is back.
More rollerboarding.
Yeah. It didn't last long. But here is The Big Wheel. And that's definitely a big wheel.
I'm guessing Ross Andrew did that cover.
I don't think so, Damien, but I couldn't tell you who it is. And here is 184 against the White Dragon. Of course, I got the all detergent giveaway thanks to Higgy Pop. I have it up here on the wall.
I got an extra copy of that here for you.
What, the all detergent?
Oh, no, that 184.
Oh, you do? Okay,
Yeah.
Great. Yeah, that was not the best shape, actually, but yeah, it's probably my original copy, Rich. 185. It only took 12 years for him to graduate, but here it is. He's supposedly this incredibly smart, biologist and so forth. But boy, I guess, when you think about all the nights he has to spend out crime fighting, it makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And here we have 186 against the Chameleon, which I think was one of his very first villains.
Definitely goes back to the Ditko days. Yeah.
Yeah. And here we have 188. Kind of one of those I guess you could say negative space covers, perhaps, because the black sort of blends into his costume there.
Yeah.
Psychiatrists are evil. And I actually have two. Oh, I have two of these because they have like a very different like tone to them. Notice the spider signal, how it's more like
yeah.
pinkish there, and it's
They
more
were
like
running out of ink, I think, on this first one
yeah.
there.
So I just thought I'd keep both of them because this one is like he's almost invisible. There.
Well, one's what do you call it? Those Toys R
One's a
Us
direct
books,
edition.
right?
One's a direct edition, and one's a regular. That's true. Oops, sorry. And here is 187 against one of my favorite villains, Electro.
For a second, I thought you were saying Captain America was one of your favorite villains.
No, he's my favorite hero. That's true. I dropped some here. Let me see what these are. Okay. All right, I got them back in order here. 189.
The Mummy.
Who is that? It is the Man Wolf. That's who that is. Yes,
Wait, is
in
it
diapers.
the TV book?
Yeah, that's Marvel's TV sensation. Because at this time, there was those Nicholas, what's his name? Nicholas Hammond, whatever that guy's name, that they did the TV shows, specials.
Oh, right. I never saw
You have
any of those. Yeah.
They have the little banner, Marvel's TV sensation. They also did this on the Hulk.
Mm.
And here's 191. Damien, Spider Slayers are back.
Spider Slayer just keeps coming back.
They just, I mean, they're just incessant. You know, they just don't give up. And this is interesting. He is he's tied up with J. Jonah Jameson.
Wow.
And there's a bomb. Sorry about the. That's a gun going off.
Joy going again?
Yeah. Imagine that. Look at that.
That sounds like a lot of fun.
Yeah, talk about being yoked with your enemy there, right? And here is 193 against the Fly.
Oh.
Not the human fly.
No.
No jokes from the peanut gallery chatters. This is the Fly.
That's the Fly before he turned human.
Different character. Let's not go there. Listen, don't give these guys any wind up. They don't need it. Trust me. And of course,
I'm guessing
194.
they did not bring the Fly back too many times.
Yeah, let's not do that. 194, the first Black Cat.
That's a pretty major key, right?
Party.
Yeah.
So right now, that cover, the original art, is for sale on Heritage.
Ooh.
And it's up in the hundreds of thousands already.
Oh,
really?
wow.
And I'm wondering how high it's going to go.
And is this an Al Milgrom?
I think so, yeah.
Wow.
Okay. All right. And here's 195. That's I like when they have these little vignettes on the cover, so you have a good idea what the storyline's going on in there. And over here we have Aunt May, not in a hospital, but looks like a convalescent home, maybe.
Right. And who's slapping him? Is that MJ?
I think that's Betty Brant, because it says here the tragic decision of Betty Brant. Yeah. And 196. Apparently, this is where the Mysterio convinced Spider-Man that May Parker was dead. So that's her gravestone there. But she gets better, so to speak. Here's 197. Once again, NammaN, that's the Kingpin. He's very strong. He can lift that desk.
Yeah, well,
that one always bothers me. The Kingpin looks odd there, like something's wrong with his head.
Well, his head is like...
He looks a little Elmer Fudd-ish to me.
You know, now that you say that, yeah, I see it. Yeah, I see it. And
maybe that's it.
198 with
Vincent D'Onofrio, the best Kingpin you've ever seen.
Yeah.
Well, that cover, that's a good cover with Mysterio.
Yeah, he can make himself into different, appear in different places.
He's a master of illusion.
199, and then finally 200, where he meets or confronts the burglar that killed his Uncle Ben.
Oh wow.
Wow.
Yeah, really great story here. Actually, really shows the emotional roller coaster that he rides, and when he finally finds him, and then he remembers that if he killed him, that he'd be no better. You know.
You rascally Spider-Man.
Yeah. All righty.
All right.
Well, gentlemen. So I guess we're done for today.
This was great.
Thank you again for joining us. Cousin Rich, have you had dinner yet, or you just came straight from work? Yeah.
Straight from
I
work.
kind of figured.
Rich,
All right, go get some dinner, buddy.
good meeting you.
Love you.
All fun aside, good meeting you, bud.
Much love, NammaN.
Yeah. All right, and
Fantastic
hopefully
to see
you
the
can all
real
join me
person.
next week, and we'll continue with our runs, and Damien will continue pulling stuff out of the ether. You know.
Oh, I'll be at the 1011 next Thursday. So.
Oh yeah. Okay.
With Gary B.
Gary
Yeah.
B. Great.
Yeah, I'm gonna be doing my soundtrack albums and comic book combo. So.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah,
Definitely check that out.
But I was looking at Sleepy's books on Flash Gordon. I go, dang it! I wish I had those books because I have Flash Gordon albums. So.
Okay. Well, they're gettable. They're not easy to find, but they're gettable.
But they're not expensive when you do find them.
Yeah.
At least I found them at good price.
And I'm going to try to do a room tour this week once I get this place organized. So look out for that. And of course, Damien always has great content on his channel. So definitely check that out. And again, I think all your links are below except for Rich, who is not yet doing content, but maybe we'll sort of urge him to do it at some point in the future. He's like, no way.
I'll leave it to the professionals.
Yeah, right. Professional. There's no professionals here, buddy. There's no professionals here at all. But thank you, chat, for being here. I really appreciate you joining us and letting us show our passion for this medium, which we have obviously, the four of us have been doing this for a long time, studying and reading and collecting, and it's a passion that we all
spending our dollars
and our dollars, yes, yeah, that we all have spent so much time and so much effort in. So it's great to have a outlet like this to show things like that. Let's show us, our growth nostalgically, shall we say?
Yes,
for sure.
All right, gentlemen, let's get out of here. Go eat some dinner. Go be with your family. Go bother your wives. All that good stuff. Be kind to each other. Be blessed, and be back.